Welcome to all the classic car enthusiasts. I'm in the garage because I need to take some photographs. I do a monthly magazine. Well, I do it bi-monthly. I do it every second month. Due to the workload I've got, I was doing it monthly, but it became too much of a hassle. And this is the magazine I do it for. It's called XK Gazette, it's predominantly just XKs. It's from the XK Club in the UK. It goes all over the world. Not a massive subscription. I think, I don't know, 4,000. I think that might be more. I'm not sure. But I write 1,000 words every month. Obviously, I do it as a voluntary. You know, I just put it in. It's good for me because it shows a track record of the vehicle. So when it's all finished, they do send me a complimentary one of these. I pay for it every year, obviously, the subscription, which is very reasonable. But they send me a spare one each time as well while I'm doing the article, which is nice to keep as a bit of history with the car, so I can see that it's being done. But that's it, the XK Gazette. So the reason I wanted to do this sort of video was I got an email from Randy Almand again in the UK, just saying thank you for everything and for our help. And I've said to him, you know, you need to reach out to everybody in UK and Europe because there's a lot of people can help. And he said about he'd been looking for the panels, and he's putting up a video now, actually a very good video, brilliantly edited, he's basically trying to get his head around the A panel and the flitch panel and so on and so forth, and he's worrying about the names and stuff. That's not really important. It is important for ordering, obviously. But he wants to see how the construction of it's made. I believe, I'm not 100% sure, maybe Randy will put us right on this, but I think he works in the aircraft industry. So I think he's very familiar with the way panels, maybe he does airframes, I don't know. I would imagine he's some kind of engineer. And because of the way he's talking about, he's been using an endoscope and he's talking about how the panels are laid on. So I think maybe it has something to do with airframes. It's just a guess. If I'm wrong, Randy, tell me, please. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring you in and show you some books. So I did send him an email talking to him about M-Machine, and this is for everybody, of course, if you're not familiar with M-Machine. Their parts, I've only used a limited amount of their parts, so I'm not completely au fait with their gear, but from what I can see and what I've heard from other people, their panels are very, very good. I know I keep banging on about Heritage. They are extremely expensive, and again, they need fettling. But I've just found, in my own experience, this is I don't get paid or asked to do stuff for other companies. I don't do that. I don't even monetize the videos because I don't think it's worth it. The idea of this channel is as an information thing. But from what I've bought from them and from what I've seen, the panels are very good. They're well painted, they're well produced. And really they're a good in between. I think for the difference between a Magnum and an M-Machine panel, there is no comparison. But I'm going to bring you in a little bit now. So I'll bring you in a bit and I'll show you the front of this. So this is, somebody kindly downloaded this for me and sent it to me, but you can go to Google and put in M-Machine. They're in Darlington in England, in the north of England, and you can download this PDF file if you want to, or you can just check it online. And that gives you pretty much every panel you can get. Because I guess what's happening is M-Machine are making things, like in the classic car business, that somebody's producing them and then the other people are putting their stickers on them, like S&G Barrett or Mini Spares or Mini Sport or whoever, Demon Tweaks, because they're selling the stuff off. But because they've got the bigger outlets, they can sell their stuff on. I don't know if M-Machine actually does that. I don't know if you just buy them direct or I think they sell to the shops as well as to the public. But obviously, if you buy it directly, you're going to get it a lot cheaper. And this is the people to talk to. As I said, the panels are extremely good. There's another one here from a catalogue from Mini Spares, but Mini Spares and Mini Sport, you can go online and look at their stuff. Excuse me. So let me take you back out. There's a little bit more. So the other thing is obviously there's quite a collection of mini books which you can see, but unfortunately it won't show you a lot about the panels. And these are just These are some that I've actually found in second-hand shops. This old one. This is from the 70s, I believe. There's some quite old ones here, and this one's pretty ragged here, as you can see. But actually, looking around in old bookshops is a good place to find very cheap manuals. And I was lucky enough to go to an auto jumble, and I found a bunch of BMC stuff. This is from the 1960s, and some of them are 59, 60, because the Mini came out in 59. And I've got a bunch of these. There was 2 sets, and I gave 1 set to Max because he's been so good with me. And these have even got the Riley Hornets, the Wolseleys, the Mini Cooper S, the pickups, everything on it, the Travelers, the lot. So, but these are very old books, but beautifully. I maybe can show some of the. Wait, hang on a minute. I'm just trying to see if I can find a. But beautifully illustrated. There's some really, you can see here, really well done inside. Anyway, I'm going to get to it on the gearbox. So there are many sources to have a look at this stuff. But with these replacing these panels, just to reiterate, if you're going to do a Mini and you're going to do something like an A-frame, and I would, if the A-frame's bad, the sills, the outer sill, or the outer step I should say, from the doorstep, will always be bad. It's a place where they rust because water sits on them. So in that situation, I would just replace the A panel and the step itself. The thing about it is what you want to do is, and I've said this before, and I'll probably keep saying it, is try and cut out as least as possible to start with until you get the integrity back in the body. So for instance, in Randy's case, he still has the inner wing and he still has the inner sill. And what I would do is cut the old piece away, leave as much of the inner wing and the inner sill as you can, and then when you get the new piece, you can then line it up to it. It doesn't mean, the other problem with this is it doesn't mean that it hasn't been messed with before and somebody's put an inner sill in it, which is not correct. You have to kind of look at it and see if it looks original, or it's been messed with, or it's been bodged, or it's been done professionally, whatever. So you have to use a bit of common sense with this. But if you're only taking out that one piece, you can, as long as you keep in the scuttle, the inner wing and flitch panel and so on, you can actually change the A panel and the step without bracing it. Obviously the more you brace it, the better it's going to be, but as long as you're doing one side at a time, it shouldn't be any problems at all. And as I said, the choice of panels is completely yours. It's a matter of finances. I've just been watching Mini Tom finish off the back of his Mini, and I understand the situation. You know, when you're a bit short on cash, or you've got family, their priority comes before the car does. Of course it does. And I think the way he's going about it is the right way. Is he's going to put the car back on the road, and then in a few years' time, when finances are better, more money from a job, whatever, he can then plan a full restoration on the car if he wants to keep it. And these cars, these Minis, are only going to go up in price. I know there was millions made, but millions of them went to the dump, millions of them. So they are getting fewer. Obviously, the rarer cars are the Coopers and Cooper S's, the Mark 1s and Mark 2s. These are very valuable now. And obviously the pickups is another big favourite, panel vans. There's a lot of them. It's kind of like the Volkswagen bus. You know, who would have thought that a commercial split windscreen bus could go for this kind of money? And especially the Samba, which is the one with the 23 window. I think it is 21 or 23 window, or it's on the top as well. I mean, they're going just for crazy money now. But they were just a commercial vehicle. So you never know what's going to be the next classic. Anyway, thanks for watching in. As I say, go to M-Machine, go to Google, put M-Machine Darlington, and get hold of the PDF file, and you can see then exactly what you're after. The drawings are not 100%, but they're much better than you can see on a photograph from Mini Spares or Mini Sport or whoever it might be. So take care, you know, as usual. Stay safe, keep the faith, enjoy your hobby, and look at it as a learning curve. So bye.